Guys, welcome to another Age of Empires forecasted game. This time we are with the Elo Adventures and we have Tower Rush Enjoyer with us playing as the Ayyubids. Tower Rush Enjoyer, it's a guy that has many tricks under the table. I wouldn't expect less from someone who has a great bombard in the town center, to be honest. In the color blue playing as the Chinese is a Chinese guy. So let's see what happens here. Ayyubids against Chinese. I will say Ayyubids is very, very favored in this matchup just because of the timings. China doesn't have the greatest of the timing at the early stages of the game. They are very, very vulnerable. Like they don't have any special unit, to be honest, except the Drugunu, which is, you know, great unit, a little bit expensive and hard to get because you need to get all the dynasties, and it's just like not very nice, not very nice. A little bit of a mistake on the build order of the Chinese, perhaps. He's lacking a little bit of wood for that gold vein. Usually, in these type of cases, like you wanna chop wood with the 6 villagers that you get at the beginning. And then you drop off here with this one. What could happen is that, but you know, for some reason, like you didn't drop off all of it, and you should have like 3 wood left. That's exactly what he's actually noticing here. Is like, actually I have the wood for it. Never mind. There you go. There you go, guys. Mistakes are made. What league is this, by the way? It's we are between platinum and diamond, depending on the mood of these players. They go back and forth. It comes to a time where you go to a certain rank and you cannot get lower no matter what. And because the first time I hit diamond, which was like a few months ago, was like, okay. And then I lost it and I went back to platinum. And it stayed like that until I got better, and then now it comes to the point where I can get to around like Diamond 2 or something. But I am around Diamond. I almost never go below that. It's really, really hard. And that's where you can actually say, okay, I'm Diamond. When you're like Diamond for one time and then you lose it, maybe you still need to work on some things. But eventually it gets easier. But by the way, Tower Rush Enjoyer already aging up with a trade win Bazaar. We have seen him having some tricks here before. It was the skirmisher rush, and I wonder if they actually work. In this case, it may work, to be honest, just because our Chinese friend just put the meal next to the berries. And while that's great because you can actually get the meal and actually gather the berries, and you don't need to build another meal. Except when you're gonna get attacked, you want to put a mill very close. So against civilizations that may potentially go and harass you very early on, you want to put it here so that your food sources don't get harassed. And this is exactly what will happen. It's still very, very in range, but any kind of archer will deny this food entirely. So it's quite risky. It is quite risky. At the same time, understand why he's doing that. It's like, let's get everything here. And I used to do that before, then I learned a big lesson about it. House of Wisdom coming soon. Let's take a look at Tower Rush Enjoyer. Still plenty of gold for him. I wonder what he will do with that. Now let's take a look at the House of Wisdom, because it does have some pretty cool upgrades. Not upgrades, like, let's just say it's weird. But it's the way it used to be played when this save first release. Everyone was calling this because it was kind of broken. Like, so you could get like villagers or whatever. There you go, the skirmisher. A couple of them just like that. It's pretty much like military wing, except you don't go military wing. And you still spend a lot. You're talking about 150 gold. So this is a very gold heavy build, obviously. So, you know, it's kind of like playing French, like, but instead of having knights, you have like these guys. These guys are no joke. 155 health, it's a lot. Like, that's the health of a horseman, I believe. This guy ate a horse, and all of them are the swordsman, so we don't have any skirmisher here. He's gonna be full gold here. Full gold. Looks like he's gonna be very, very invested into gambling. It is gambling because you don't know what you're gonna get. Are you gonna get the skirmisher? Are you gonna get the trader? What are you gonna get here? Are you gonna get extra resource? The house always loses in this case. Like, you always get something good. Even if it's a trader, like, you can start trading from here. Like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. Swordsman already here, and looks like our Chinese friend is not in the Song Dynasty yet. Looks like he was trying to... You know what? I'm gonna go stay in the Tang Dynasty, and I'm gonna age up. And the skirmishers already arrived, and these guys hit like a truck. Like, these guys are no joke, guys. These guys do hit very, 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 very hard. Alright, so a skirmisher rush. It is in the house. Let's take a look at what's next. More traders, alright. It's like Tower Rush Enjoyer. It's like he wants to go castle as well. Like, he knows his opponent wants to go for the gold. And now he's a little bit short on gold. The good thing is he does have the taxes that he can collect, but this guy for some reason is not collecting. Maybe he already collected this. So he needs to wait a little bit. Imperial examinations coming soon, so next round of tax collection he should be able to age up. The question is what is he gonna do after that? Like, obviously you can get palace guards, and they are really good against this. You can start getting a lot of palace guards, to be honest, except you don't have access to gold. So, to be honest, archers will just work just fine. Except when these guys arrive. These guys are like javelin throwers. 6 tiles range. I don't know if it's the same range. They do hit hard. They do hit hard. It looks like the age up it's cancelled. What's gonna be this astronomical clock tower? Probably thinking about getting a nest of bees to deal with this. Or Ayyubid Enjoyer. It's pretty much surrounding the villagers of our Chinese friend. Still rushing to get that castle age. Imperial official says the only thing that matters are the taxes, my friend. You gotta keep working. But swordsman's already here. A little bit of an overextension from Tower Rush Enjoyer. It looks like he's rushing it. But look at the health of these guys. Like 155. I don't remember the numbers, but I think that's what a horseman has. So these guys are no joke. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Tower Rush Enjoyer ready for the age up. Still deciding, is he gonna age up or not? What is he gonna go for? There's so many options here. This is gonna be the industry. Now it's gonna be the advancement. It's gonna save some resources. But now that our Chinese friend is already on age 3, maybe we should be thinking about, like, now it's his time to attack. Like, he's gathering a lot of wood. Let's see if he has... Just give me one production building. There you go. We got the stables coming. We're gonna see some night action. Meanwhile, Tower Rush Enjoyer just going back with the free units that he got. Well, not entirely free. I mean, it's 150 gold. It looks like he's gonna do a switch for archers. I mean, he's just saving resources at this point. He's gonna go for the A-shop because he needs a lot of upgrades and this kind of stuff. So at this point, he shouldn't be investing much. Second stable coming for the Chinese. We may see a little bit of a comeback here. A little bit of a comeback indeed. And it's gonna be horsemen. Oh god. Well, at least now we can confirm It's what's the HP of a horseman? Like these guys. Do these guys have more? No, not these guys. The guys who died. Oh, they do have more HP than the horsemen. And Tower Rush Enjoyer. Already they're rushing the textiles. Like, you ain't attacking me. And he goes directly to the Tower of Sultan. Just... I mean, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. More archers coming here. Rather, crossbows. So, despite everything, our Chinese friend actually made the right unit. Like, horsemen are really good against crossbows. They do better with than knights because they do have the extra damage against ranged units, and they don't get extra damage from being a heavy armor unit. So a visionary indeed, because I have a suspicion he didn't scout that, so we can call that visionary, I guess. Anyway, Tower of the Sultan coming, slow but steady here. More knights coming for our Chinese friend. An outpost here just to protect the wood. Alright. Alright, we take that. We take that. You don't really need an outpost here. You're really close to your town center. Nobody's gonna deep dive like this. Yeah. A little wall here, and I think you're fine. This one I like. This one I like a lot. Besides, we're gonna do a switch to Chuginu. Alright, so Tower of the Sultan already here, and it's gonna be a villager rush here. This is a classic of Tower Rush Enjoyer. I feel like this is his signature move. It's like gambling, and really gambling, because he doesn't really... Look at the camera shake. Look at that. Ain't lovely. This is a classic because he goes for that gambling and he prays that he gets those units. He prays for that. Because otherwise I don't know how he will do. Actually, Tower of the Sultan doing quite a good job here. Quite a good job. Crossbows dealing with the knights wonderfully. There's nothing these knights can do at the moment. More knights coming here. There you go, buddy. Keep him hard. But Camel Lancer already arrived at the wrong time, unfortunately for this Lancer. Won't be able to kill much villagers. This is a friendly charge here. And it looks like Tower of the Sultan will now start working. Now, how does the Nest of Beasts really does against this? Not that bad, to be honest. Not that bad. 40 damage each hit. Now, can this guy take it down? That's a real question. Like... Oh god. Like he's just sending units. He's sending them the whole way? Oh, he's sending them there. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is like extra paranoia level. Like, you really... Impossible to get raided. Like, that's for sure. I don't know if it's worth the investment because you can just wall here. But, you know, you can be extra safe. I guess it doesn't hurt. I guess it doesn't hurt. But Tower of the Sultan doing quite a lot of work here. Nest of Beasts taking down villagers. But still, 13 villagers here. Actually, Tower Rush Enjoyer, really, truth to his name, he does enjoy the tower rushing. I mean, not a type of tower rush that you expect, but this type of of Tower of the Sultan. Well played, guys. Well played. If you enjoyed this low elo adventures, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.